Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Olsztyn, a city in the north of Poland, I guess kind of northeast of Poland. Recently we were in Elbląg and we saw a gate of some kind that kind of led into the city from like an old city wall, and I've just got here to the old town area of Olsztyn, and right in front of me we have another gated building that kind of leads straight into the old town. So obviously back in the day there would have been a defense wall around this, which nowadays only this, I imagine, remains. I know nothing of Olsztyn. I'm literally here for maybe 1 hour or something, and I'm just going to explore and see what's happening, see what's popping off, and just see what's about, you know. We've got this down here. I've no idea what it is. There might be a plaque around the side or something, but I don't see a plaque. And first thing I've noticed as well is that Olsztyn has a tram system, which quite a lot of Polish towns and cities have, but on this holiday so far that I've been on, quite a few places didn't. I didn't see any in Elbląg. I haven't seen any in, I don't think, any of the cities and towns that I visited along the coastline of Poland. This looks like some kind of remains of something, but I don't know what. This is it from a different angle. We have no plaques or anything to tell us what this is. So I imagine it's to do, well, with the city gate right here. And we'll walk right through the city gate, have a little look at that. There's also a little tram here. I'm going to stand out the way for this person's photo. I'll give them a few minutes and then we'll go and try and walk through again without disturbing their photo. Okay, so we'll walk through. Tram tracks on the floor. Yeah, quite a quick little walk through, to be honest, with that gate. But it's interesting to walk through the historic gates of cities when they have them. I remember I walked through one in Lublin all those years ago when I visited Lublin. There's not a lot of information here, but it does have a plaque way up here. But there's no year, I don't think. No year that it was built, anyway. So that's the gate right behind me into Olsztyn Old Town. And yeah, this is a look into the Old Town. I thought it'd be like a square area, but seemingly it's more like a street, like it is in Gdansk or somewhere like that. Unless, of course, I'm in the wrong area exactly, there could still be a square. That's what we're here to check out. Look at the architecture on this building. You got like an inscription or something of like men and women doing some kind of handcrafts. A guy up there fishing, two guys up there fishing, and then two women down here weaving maybe, or like cleaning or dusting or something. You got more inscriptions on this building here, just above, I think, what is a coffee shop. Very pretty. You got, what is this, a beetroot? Some little fella there with a suitcase. Oh wait, is this opening up into a square just down here? Got a nice little fountain in the middle. Got a biblioteca in the middle. Oh, this is very pretty. That's the gate over there, and we've walked down here, and I think this must be the Old Town Square. We've got a biblioteca. We've got a nice little water feature in the middle. Have a little closer look at it. And we've got some kind of wooden hut selling pictures and postcards and fridge magnets, and one over here as well. Żywiec umbrellas like you'd see in pretty much every city. Yeah, loads of really cool stuff. This is a nice vibe right here. This is quite a quaint little place. I think this is a city. I'm not actually too sure. Like with most places, the line between city and big town or whatever for me, gets a little blended. Oh, more inscriptions on the buildings here. I don't know what of. But it gives a bit of character to the buildings. Then the other side here, we have this nice little centerpiece. Usually these are like town halls or something, so I'm wondering whether that's what this is. And over here we have Okocim umbrellas, which is another beer here in Poland. And this is the other side. It's actually two different buildings in the middle as opposed to normally just the one that you get. We've got a pirogania right there, which is a pierogi shop. We've got interesting building here. It's got history, got some scars. What have we got here? We've got an anime store. Yata.pl. Dzień dobry pani. Yeah, this is cool. If you like anime and you're also into your Polish, Yu-Gi-Oh cards there. Polish Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Interesting little store. It was quite small actually, but if you like Polish and if you like your Japanese stuff, it's an interesting mix of culture right there. I don't have any space to take anything back, so I can't really buy anything. It'd be a waste of time me buying anything like a book or whatever, because yeah, my bags are like completely filled with, you know, all of my stuff that I bought here. But yeah, you know, if you like that, I've seen Yata actually in a couple other places here in Poland as well. So it's obviously like a small chain of Japanese bookstores that are just kind of here in Poland. Okay, we've got some stairs that lead down here into like a nice little naturey area by the looks of it. So we'll go and check out this little parky area. Or maybe it's not a park, I don't know, but it looks like it. And we'll just have a little look to see what's popping off down here. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at this. You got your little beer umbrellas over there. Nice little area to sit down for the beer in the sun. As you pan round, it's just nice open area for pedestrians, cyclists. There's a river running through the middle. And then on the other side, obviously, there's another walkway there. Now, I love how the Polish cities and towns really preserve like a nice, huge area for pedestrians like this. Just so like, you know, you don't have to use your cars to get through the city. You can easily walk through. Everything's, you know, essentially walkable or cyclable, or if you're on a roller skate or whatever, you know, whatever your method is, but you don't have to use cars in order to get through the city. It just has like a nice feel to it, you know? And not only a nice feel, but also, you know, it means that you don't have to rely on sitting down all the time and driving. You can just get to places without having to spend any money by just walking. Dude, look at that. Look at the mosaic artwork on the bay window up there. That's quite unique, you know. In Poland, you don't really see too many artwork. Like, you don't really see too many like mosaics or anything decorating buildings. Normally, it's like buildings coloured in like a particular colour, or less often, but still fairly often, you'll see like what we've seen here quite often, or quite a lot, with the inscriptions. Like in this one here, you've got like different squares and circles and whatnot. Over here, you've got a different kind of design where you've got various people's faces just on there. Obviously, these must be important people to the city. But never, I don't think that I can remember, have I seen like mosaics decorating a window bay or just a building in general here in Poland. So that's quite a unique feature. And take a look at these buildings as well. We've got like a checkered pattern right there on that one. Similar thing going on over here. Like a mix of checkered pattern and also like people's faces on there. I can't say that I recognize any of these three fellas from all of my research into the Poles. I don't recognize them. Right here off the Old Town Square, we've got this church, Evangelical Kościół Church, Christian church right there. Right dead ahead of us, I can see we've got the words museum. Can't read the other word there underneath it, but we've got a museum Got a big crowd of people here, tourists, next to a statue. Let's check this out. Oh, it's the statue of our guy from Turin. So right here with all of the crowd of tourists, we've got a statue of Nicholas Copernicus, the guy that that I kept mispronouncing in Turin when we visited Turin, and just had a little look. So apparently there's a castle here somewhere in Olsztyn. I don't think it's within walking distance here, and so I'm not going to be able to visit today at the castle, unfortunately. But the castle apparently is where Nicholas Copernicus lived for some amount of time here in Olsztyn, and therefore Olsztyn kind of dedicates part of their city history, I guess, to Nicholas Copernicus, as well as Turin, because Turin is where Nicholas Copernicus was born. Obviously, we went and visited his house in Turin. Now here is where he lived, apparently. I don't know exactly where he lived. Apparently it was in a castle. But I don't see a castle. But just down below where we're stood right now, next to the statue, we've got an amphitheatre. That's pretty cool. And right next to that, we've got this. I'm not sure what this is. You can see here we've got Museum Barmi I Mazori w Olsztynie. I was going to say that's our boy Nicholas Copernicus, but it's not. Anyway, here are the opening times. We've got the English there, so I don't even need to translate for you. I'm just going to have a little look around. I'm not going to go into the museum or anything. I'm just going to have a look around and see what's available just to kind of check out, basically. Unless, of course, the museum's free, and then, yeah, we can go check it out. And it's not free. We've got a ticket office just here. We'll check out the courtyard. It's a nice little courtyard. We've got like a little well in the middle with some kind of statue. What does it say down here? The Baba of Bajciani in Kętrzyn district. So Kętrzyn is a town that's pretty close by, and this is a stone statue from the Middle Ages. Yeah, basically this is just made out of one single stone slab of granite. The information is here if you want to read it. Right here we have a well. Right over here we got a couple of cannons. We got, I don't even know what you call this thing. We saw one the other day, wherever it was that we were. I can't even remember where we were now. We saw one the other day. You put your head and hands in it, and then you get tomatoes thrown at you, or whatever they want to throw at you, I guess. But that's basically it for the courtyard area, right here. Now there's some stairs. I wonder if we can actually go up these stairs. Apparently not, because we need a ticket. I was hoping that we'd have a little walk around the wall. But then actually saying that, there's no wall. I saw this and I thought you could walk on it. You know what I mean? It looked like you could go out there and then just walk along the wall, but actually, I don't think you can. I think that's some of the part of the museum. As I say, I can't go in there because I just don't have the time. I've had to pay for a limited amount of parking because the only cash I did have on me, which was 5 zloty, has been paid for 1 hour of parking. And so yeah, because of that, I don't actually have that much time in Olsztyn. I tried to give myself more time, obviously, but they don't take hard at the particular parking spot that I found. So I have to make do with what I've got and just get like kind of an initial vibe of the place and then come back if I ever fancy coming back, basically. So we're just now walking around the outside edge of this. I don't know what exactly, I don't know if this is the castle. Is this Olsztyn Castle maybe? Kind of looking like it. You know, it's got that look. On Google Maps, it doesn't actually say what this building is. It just says that this is where the museum is placed. So I don't know what the actual building is itself. Probably the museum would have told me, but yeah, just don't have time for it right now. So that castle we just checked out is indeed a castle. It is called the Gothic Warmian Chapter Castle, Zamek Kapituły Warmińskie in Polish. And that is indeed behind this statue here of Nicholas Copernicus. The castle we just checked out is indeed the place where Nicholas Copernicus once lived and worked as well. Apparently inside the castle's cloister you'll find a priceless astronomical plate drawn by Nicholas Copernicus himself in 1517. I'm now really gutted that we haven't been able to go inside, because that would have been cool to see a piece of history drawn by the man himself. The actual castle, by the way, was built in 1346 to 1353, so it took 7 years in total to build that castle in the 14th century. I'm just looking now, and apparently there's a planetarium in Olsztyn as well as an astronomical observation point here in Olsztyn, and I'm gutted I didn't know about either of them before coming, and the fact that I don't have enough time to go check them out, because I actually love space and I would have loved to go check those out. Still, just all the more reason for me to come back one day to Olsztyn. As I said, unfortunately, that's pretty much my time here in Olsztyn over with already. It may not have seemed that long on the video, but obviously, you know, I've been walking around the old town, I've been checking out certain places, and before you know it, an hour does go by. I haven't even had a chance to really buy anything or get a drink or anything like that, really. So Olsztyn has some pretty cool features, actually. I really like the old town. The fact that Nicholas Copernicus has big ties to the city was something I wasn't aware about either. And it has a really nice blend of like the old town vibe with the nature side of Olsztyn as well. I actually like the city. It's quite a nice vibe here. I think next time I come to Olsztyn specifically, I'll have to try and find somewhere that has better parking, or maybe just somewhere that will accept card, or maybe I'll just bring cash. I think that's the big takeaway in general for this trip here in Poland so far. And I've been here now for like 1 week. I think so far I've realized that I should have brought cash with me, because the amount of times I haven't been able to get something is ridiculous just because I've only got cards. So yeah, I think I'll be back here in Olsztyn at some point in the future. I don't know when. At some point in the future, I think I'll definitely come back to Olsztyn. When in the future, whenever I come back to the northern part of Poland, I'll make Olsztyn another one of my stops, because I want more time here. When I come back next time to Olsztyn, I want to come and check out properly the inside of the castle right behind me. I want to check out the planetarium and the astronomical observation. I want to check out just more of the city properly. It's really gutting sometimes when I visit somewhere and I've only got a limited amount of time, because I just don't know what to do sometimes with my time. And just like today, I've just had to kind of walk around mostly the old town, and it's just by chance I stumbled upon this, well, this statue and also the other Nicholas Copernicus statue, to then give me a bit of the history of the place as well, all the way back from the 1500s. I guess, you know, a little bit like Toran, where again, you just kind of stumble into the fact that there's history there. Yeah, Olsztyn's been a pretty nice place, pretty place. You know, the old town's pretty for its architecture. This side of Olsztyn's pretty as well for its nature. All round, just quite a nice area. Even when you think there's not much to the place, you've even got little statues of this. I don't know what this is. It's called Anwa. So yeah, just when somewhere may look a little bit quiet on the surface of things, if you dig a bit deeper, you can normally find something of interest. And in this case, it has been the architecture, the history, and you know, some of the other bits we never really got a chance to check out. No matter which angle I try and film this castle from, there's always something kind of blocking the view, whether it's the trees here, whether it's the other side, where there's just not enough room to properly stand back to get the whole thing in shot. It's not the easiest castle for me to film here. Anyway, guys, it's going to be it for me here at Olsztyn. Appreciate you for watching. I know this is a bit of a quicker video, maybe a bit more of a laid back video, just checking out the old town, and 1 hour basically here in Olsztyn. That's all I've got. So until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Dziękuję za oglądanie I do zobaczenia. Pa pa!